See, he looks like he would be the terrifying one, but he's not at all. He's a sweetheart. All right, guys. Our next comic coming up is a regular here at the Comedy Attic. We like her a lot. Give it up for Sandy Washburn.
Yeah!
Thanks, everyone, for coming out, especially in the cold weather. I've been on this thing lately about things I don't like. And one thing I don't like in Bloomington are these new businesses with unisex bathrooms. It's a bathroom for both sexes. Or in Bloomington, like any sex. And what I really don't like about it is I don't like that I find myself standing or sticking to a urine-stained tile floor. I don't know quite what it is that so many men, not you, but so many men piss on and around the bowl. You've experienced that, right? And I know there are lots of theories about that, right? And I have a theory that's a little different, and that is that many of these men feel that they need some display, that their dick is some huge, wild, uncontrollable So anyway, if you're dealing with that, ladies, men also really love that explanation. It's much better than like you're lazy or you're slothful. They seem to like it. I've been caring for my parents for the last decade, and one of the things I haven't really liked about caring for my dad is he became very dependent. Just as an example, I take him to the shoe store, and he's in a wheelchair, so I got to bend down and put the shoes on him, and I say, well, they look good. And he says, yeah, but how do they feel? Now, that's just overly dependent right there. That's like the height. And I also haven't liked, we had to decide to put him in a nursing home. And, you know, nursing homes are really sad places, right? Lots of people with dementia and incontinence, and hopefully those two things go together so they forget that they pissed on themselves. Those are jokes. And, you know, Alzheimer's is a really sad disease. And it also sort of fascinates me. Like, how is it that this person cannot remember that they have been married for 50 years to the person that sits next to them, yet they don't forget they're a Republican? Or they can't remember their children's names or their grandchildren's names, but they know they hate Barack Hussein Obama. How the fuck does that work? Taking care of my mom, I've learned a lot also. Like, one thing I've learned is when she says, now, Sandy, I want to ask you a question, and I want you to tell me the truth. I should flee the home immediately. But often I'm not successful at that, and this is the kind of question I get from her. Now, about those lesbians. That's how she says it, lesbians. Like there's some exotic creatures. She says, I want to know how they decide who's the man and who's the woman. And I'm like, well, I think that's kind of the ideal. Like no man. Get rid of the man. I mean, it's like socks. I say it's like socks. You don't have to decide which is which. So you put them on. It's still useful. So the other thing that I've learned is once you get about 80, you're supposed to, you start getting all these advertisements for like super supplements, miracle cures for joint pain, colon cleansers. Patsy knows this. And so we get this supplement the other day in the mail, or we get this ad in the mail the other day, and it says, wake up every day feeling like a teenager. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, who would want that? Do you remember that? Like like, you know, you're 13 and you wake up every day thinking, will I be invited to the prom? 5 years away. You know, or will I start my period and bleed out in front of everyone during the assembly while I'm tumbling? You know, or like, will I get disciplined again by the principal but with the paddle and my nipples will get hard? This would be me waking up feeling like a teenager. And you'd be taking a pill to do this. It's nutty. Okay. That's my time. Sorry. That was abrupt. Sorry.